Hey mamas, are you muddling your way through healthcare decisions and benefits decisions, trying to figure out what all this alphabet soup could possibly mean and how to know if you're making the best choice for your family and that you're getting the most benefit from all that money that you're saving for health expenses? Well, today we're going to break down the difference between an HSA, a health savings account, and an FSA, a flexible spending account, to help you choose which of these methods is best for you. So let's go inside where it's warm and we'll break it down. Mamas, we're back and we're ready to discuss the differences between HSA's, health savings accounts, and FSA's, flexible spending accounts, and how to know which one is the best for your family. Now, in a lot of ways, these accounts are very similar. They're both tax-advantaged ways to help you afford basic medical costs, whether that's deductibles for your health insurance plan, co-payments, prescription drugs, or even things like braces for your kid or sunscreen are covered by these plans. But they are different, and those, even though they only look one letter different, there are some major differences. The biggest one is in the S. So health savings account and flexible spending account. And almost everything you need to know when you're making your decision is in those letters. A health savings account is to help you save money for health expenses, whether now or in the future. So if you fund a health savings account and you don't use it this year, it can roll into next year and the year after and the year after that. And you can even invest that money to grow for the long term for you. A flexible spending account is meant to be spent. It needs to be spent this year. And if you don't use all of the money in your account by the end of the year, you lose it. It's use it or lose it. There are some employers that have rollover FSAs, but all that means is a maximum of $500 can be moved into the next year. There's not a huge protection, and it's why you'll see people scrambling in December to go to the eye doctor and go to the acupuncturist or go get physical therapy if they need it, because they're trying to use up that FSA money. A health savings account is for whenever you need it. And a flexible spending account is just for this year. So how do you know which is right for you and whether they make sense? An HSA is only available if you have a high deductible health plan, which is a plan that has a high deductible and a certain max of out-of-pocket expense for health expenses. They are tagged that way by the IRS. They follow these IRS rules. You'll know if it's HSA eligible because your HR department will tell you, or it'll even say HDHP next to the plan name, and then you're qualified for an HSA. Those are a great option if you're young and healthy, you don't have a lot of medical expenses, you're not worried about some big issue that's going to make you hit that out-of-pocket max, because then you can put money in your HSA, and if you don't need it, you can roll it into next year, and it allows you to build this base for health savings. If you have a family member with a chronic illness, or you have a child with special needs where you're frequently using your health insurance and you're likely going to hit that out-of-pocket max, a better choice might be a PPO that doesn't have a big deductible or a lower deductible plan. So you're not eligible for an HSA, but you can use an FSA to cover some of those other costs, and that might even be medical equipment or other things depending on your family situation. And it gives you a little benefit to cover deductibles, but you don't have to worry about that huge deductible plan, max out of pocket, that might not be the best situation for your family. An FSA might also be a better option if you're not planning on taking health insurance from your employer. You get health insurance through your spouse or through another avenue, and you just need some help covering expenses. You don't need to have insurance through your employer or any certain type of plan to take advantage of their FSA. So if you normally get insurance through your spouse and you just want to make sure you have a little extra money, tax advantaged money to use during the year, an FSA is a good choice. But these accounts, they mostly do the same thing. They help you cover healthcare expenses not automatically covered by insurance. Like I said, whether that's deductible or co-payments or any other number of things. That even counts as things like first aid kits for your car or for your house, sunscreen for the summer. These are all things that are covered by those plans. You want to make sure you're taking advantage of them if you have that option, but always remember that the difference is in the S's. Health savings account that money can be used long-term and roll over and build value for you over time. Flexible spending account, you gotta spend it this year. So be careful if you choose an FSA, if that's the right choice for you, you don't qualify for an HSA, or you just want a little bit extra help covering medical expenses. Make sure you don't overfund that account and that you're watching it. Set a notification in your phone for November 1st to check the balance of your FSA and make sure that you're spending it so you don't lose access to that money. But that's the basic difference. Don't let the alphabet soup scare you. Don't let it paralyze you from making a decision. If you have more questions, comment below. I'm happy to help. And remember to hit the subscribe button for more easy definitions to money questions. Talk to you guys soon.